Hi, welcome back to Nantastic Nibbles. Today we're going to make a bechamel sauce.
Ooh, sounds fancy. What is bechamel for those that don't speak French?
Bechamel is named after Louis de Bechamel, who was a 17th century financier and courtier.
Oh.
This sauce was named after him and is part of the ensemble of 5 traditional sauces that are used in cooking. These sauces, when mastered, so to speak, can create thousands of other sauces. They're known as the 5 mother sauces.
Are you going to tell us what the 5 mother sauces are?
Great question. No, I'm not going to tell you what the 5
good,
mother
all right.
sauces are. I'm going to have you go to nantasticnibbles.com and I'm going to have you log on to the blog, and I want you to tell me what the 5 mother sauces are, complete with what each sauce represents in French cooking.
All right, well, we're doing bechamel today, right? Now, you're going to tell us what bechamel is, right?
We're going to do bechamel. So
okay.
Bechamel is a white sauce, and traditionally it's made with butter and flour and milk. So right now I have 2 cups of whole milk on the back burner, and to this I'm going to add an onion caloute. So now,
okay. Well,
what's an onion caloute? Okay, so the onion caloute is an onion that I have spiked with some cloves and I have to a bay leaf. So I have an onion, a bay leaf, and I have studded it with some cloves.
Isn't that pretty? All right, that is an onion caloute. I never would have come up with that word, but that's okay.
So we're going to put that into the milk, and we're going to make sure that we take it to a simmer, if not a boil. We're going to get the right... You have to keep an eye on this. If not, we're going to scorch the bottom of the pan. We're going to boil over, and we're going to create a big mess.
I'm good at doing that. What do I need a class to do that for? I'm good at that.
I already have done it. I've already cleaned it up. So in a different saucepan, we're going to start making a roux. So now there's 3 different types of roux. For this sauce, we're going to make a blonde roux. And a roux is equal parts fat and flour. So today, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter.
I love the smell of melting butter.
And I have 2 tablespoons of flour. Now I always keep some flour on reserve because sometimes your bechamel, sometimes your roux is going to just be a little on the thin side. And we just want to keep a little extra butter there just in case. Flour.
And this is just over, what, a medium heat that you're melting the butter on?
Exactly. So it's on a medium heat. And we actually want to cook this. We want to keep it to the white stage for a roux. And we want to just cook it enough to take that flour taste out of it. So I'm talking about maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
You know, as I'm seeing you do this, and I'm just thinking about it, there are people out there watching who are going to have some questions. Obviously, maybe somebody's going to say, "A roux? What's a roux?" Because if you're doing French cooking, a roux is a street, and you're not making a street, right?
No,
okay.
I'm not making
So if somebody
street.
has a question, how can they ask that of you?
So again, you can log on to my website. You can Google me on Facebook. Or
YouTube.
YouTube. You can Google me on... Is Googling?
We call it Googling. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. You can find her on Facebook. Go to nantasticnibbles.com. You can go to the YouTube website. It doesn't really matter. But every single place is attached to the website, which is attached to your email, which also has the blog on it, right?
Yes.
Did I cover it all?
You covered it all.
All right, there we go.
And I will answer all your questions.
Related to cooking. We should put that in there, too. And while you're doing that, we're still waiting for that to come to a simmer or a close boil.
Or a close boil, but I already have one prepared. So we have this here. I like to transfer it into a measuring cup because then it makes it easy to pour into my roux. I'm going to add a little bit more flour just to make this a little bit more thicker.
How should it look if it's that thick? In other words, does it come
And
off
here's
the spoon
how
or
it should
stick to
look.
the
It should just
spoon?
be like a little bit of a paste.
There's the answer.
And there we go. So we want to have it look like a paste.
And you just got there by adding a little more flour.
I just added a little bit more flour. So that was 2 tablespoons of butter to 2 tablespoons of flour. And I added approximately another teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of flour to get to this point. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of my milk to this. And we're just going to add a little bit to temper it. If we put too much of the milk in all at once, it'll wind up just getting all lumpy. So by tempering it, I'm just putting a little bit at a time and incorporating it in. So there it is there. So we're just going to add a little bit more.
See, it's a good thing you're telling me this, because I know I just would have dumped the whole thing in there.
Well, see, I'm getting a little lumpy here, so you just have to get it. So now I'm just going to switch over to a whisk. It's going to make it easier for me to get this incorporated. So ditch the wooden spoon at this point, and now we're just going to start whisking. Going to add a little bit more.
Well, if it helps, I don't see a single lump in there.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a nice, smooth sauce. So as this continues to heat, this is going to thicken up on us. And it takes about 3 to 5 minutes. So here I have my milk in the back, and it has my onion colute. So we're just starting to come to a boil here.
You've been watching this while you've been stirring over there.
Absolutely.
What happens if it does boil?
If it does boil, we want to bring it to a boil, so you're correct there.
Right.
However, we don't want it to boil over, and just lickety-split, this pot will boil over if we don't keep our eye on it. So I'm going to continue to stir it. It's come to a boil, and I'm just going to turn it off and let it sit and have the onion marinate in the milk.
All right, now you moved that other pot off, the one you were stirring for lumps there.
Yes.
Is that close to being done?
So this is our finished bechamel. Yes, this is all finished.
And that probably took, we edited it a little bit, which is okay. It probably took maybe 3.5 minutes.
Yes. So let me just get it to the back of a spoon. So you want to have your bechamel, we're a little on the thick side, but that's how your bechamel should just be, coat the back of a spoon. So now to this, to finish it, I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg. And just a hint.
You're so fancy.
Just a pinch. A pinch, guys, a dab will do you. So we're just going to add a little pinch of it, and it's just going to bring out some of the nutty flavors of the butter.
Man, I gotta tell you, it smells wonderful.
We're just gonna pull this off. See, I'm already boiling in the back, but I turned the heat off. This is a perfect spot to be, and then we're just gonna pull it off and let it sit.
You know what? As that boiled, I saw that coming up the side of the pot. You're right.
Yeah, so
it would really be quick.
It would really be quick coming over. So our bechamel is finished. This is the main sauce for numerous cream sauces, or numerous white sauces, excuse me, that we could make. Today we're going to make cheddar cheese. We're going to do a classic cheese sauce. So with this, I am going to add...
So you're starting with your one base amazing sauce, as you said, so 5 sauces there.
So this is the one base.
That's
this is
the root.
Your base. This
right?
is the root.
All right.
This is the root. And now, from the mom sauce, I'm going to make a child sauce. So here I'm going to add 2 cups of grated white cheddar cheese, and I like to use white cheddar cheese. It's aged cheddar cheese, so I have it grated up so it'll melt evenly within my pot. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in.
That's an important part, that you don't throw a lump in there, right? You have to grate the cheese so it melts evenly.
You have to grate it so it melts evenly in my pot. If not, I would have some pieces, or just have some pieces melting and some pieces not.
Gee, I wonder who does that. That would be me.
All right.
That melted really quick.
See, we're all done.
Wow.
You know what? That's it. That's your cheese sauce. Okay, now from this cheese sauce, I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to this. And I'm not going to add salt because this cheese is salty in itself. So I'm just going to add a little bit of white pepper.
Now, wait a minute, what's the difference between white pepper and black pepper?
Excellent question. So the peppers are from the same fruit of the pepper. However, the black pepper is picked a little bit more mature, and then it's dried till it turns brown. The white peppercorn is picked a little bit earlier, and they take the outer crust of the peppercorn off, and it's white inside.
And so is it a taste difference, or is it just a color difference?
You know what? This is the debate between chefs. Most chefs prefer to use white pepper. Number one, because it doesn't leave any specks into the food, especially if you're doing white sauces. But there is a little bit of a taste difference. With the brown peppercorn, it's a little bit more of a sweeter taste, and with the white peppercorn, it's a little bit more of an earthy taste. So there is a little bit of a taste difference.
But both of them will make you sneeze, right?
Both of them will make you sneeze.
Excellent. All right, perfect.
Great question. So we have our sauce here, and we are ready to go. So today we're going to, so here's our cheese sauce. So
okay, let's see that. So
right here.
There you go,
So
cheese
that's
sauce.
Our cheese sauce.
All right, I'll keep my hands out.
So, what do you think of when you think of cheese sauce? You think of cheesy cauliflower, or maybe some cheese on some asparagus. So we have that for here. So we're just going to take this and we're just going to ladle a little bit. Now, funny thing about sauce. Sauce originally, back in the day when there was no refrigeration, was used to actually hide the possibility that your food was tainted or was sitting out too long, since there was no refrigeration. But no worries with today, because we have great refrigeration. And so we have this sauce. So we're just going to put a little bit on there. It's just to accent our food. So I have a little bit of scallions.
Now, it wouldn't be a crime if all of a sudden accidentally, say, a soft pretzel got dipped in that sauce, would it?
Nope, you can. No, and that's the wonderful thing. So we have this here. Now, we're also going to make a little bit of, I'm just going to take my pot here. I have a little pasta, because this is the sauce that you would use to make macaroni and cheese. So
Oh,
I do
man,
have
that's
a
gonna
little
be
bit
good.
of pasta. I have some ziti that I'm going to put in my pot. And because I like asparagus, I'm going to put a little bit of asparagus in there. I'm going to put my cheese sauce in.
So the word of the day is versatility.
So the word today is versatility. So from this mother sauce, we made a child sauce, and from that child sauce, we made additional dishes.
Bechamel begat cheese sauce, begat beautiful vegetables, begat kicked up mac and cheese.
Kicked up mac
Did
and
I get it
cheese.
right?
You got it perfectly
All right.
correct. So there is the so that's our mac and cheese. You can also bake that in the oven.
You are killing me here. I want to grab some of this and eat it. It smells amazing.
Here's a little bit of, so we're going to put a little bit of cheese, and of course, my favorite ingredient, which is red pepper. Okay. So, we've made 3 different dishes out of cheese sauce, which came from bechamel sauce. This is one of the 5 mother sauces. So what I would like you to do is get online. I want you to try the bechamel. Make the bechamel at home. Then I want you to find one recipe from your cookbook, make that child sauce from this mother sauce, and then I want you to create your own sauce. So in other words, from this bechamel, I like to play around with it, so I've added ginger sometimes to my bechamel, and I've made a ginger bechamel that I can put on sauteed carrots and broccoli and onions, which is fabulous.
So you want them to play with the actual root of the sauce, or can you just say, okay, I'll make the root the same way and then do something with the child sauce?
Well, the root will always be made the same way. That is an excellent question. This is the mother sauce. This will not be changed. So you will make this according to the directions that we did today, and that will also be on the blog. From this sauce, make one child sauce from your cookbook that you have found. You can find it anywhere, magazine article, online, in your cookbook, and make that one child sauce. Then I want you to create your own child sauce. Come up with something new and different. Okay, so when you've When you have your recipes and you're ready to get online, I want you to get on fantasticnibbles.com, and I want you to email me, or I want you to blog about your experience and your new creation.
Okay, that's it, I think. People can find you on Facebook, they can find you on YouTube, and of course, fantasticnibbles.com. I think it's time to say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.